In this life, we all tend to overload on automation. One, two, three.
What's up, everybody? This is Ed and Quinn coming to you loud from Maui. Hey, hey, hey. If I sound a little crazy, it's because I've been stuck in my house for the past couple of days, and I think I'm getting cabin fever. Yep, that hurricane, man. She was coming, or he. I like how they picked a name that is either boy or girl. You can't really tell, Hurricane Lane. That could go for girl or boy, Quinn? Girl or boy hurricane, it doesn't matter, man. That thing was just gonna give it to us. And thank God. I believe it was a category 5, 160 mile an hour winds. And then as it came closer, thank God for our wind shear that we had. And I believe that the weather guys, they were depending on that wind shear, because when it hit and it started breaking up, they actually looked relieved that they were right, And, hey, KHON, TV2 News, props up, man. You guys were on it, on the ball. I was glued to the TV. As the lights was flickering, electricity kept going in and out, wind were blowing outside, and I was just glued to the TV, just wondering what was happening. And for me personally, and I've posted this on my Facebook page, I appreciate the social media for information, but at times like this, you really appreciate the old school TV news, man, because I know I was glued to the TV, and they were very informative, very, very informative. And I thank those guys, and I thank everyone that had to work and just function throughout that time, high stress. Mahalo, everybody. And that was a scary thing, man. Yeah, Quinn?
It was pretty frightening,
Yeah.
Getting ready for it.
Yep. Getting ready for it was a thing. Everybody went shopping crazy. Waters was gone. Rice was just gone. Saimin gone. Everything gone off the shelves. And, for good measure, too. You can't, better safe than sorry. You don't know, right? You don't know what might happen. I know when I was walking around the store, I had 2 18 packs of Corona. Everybody else had water, cases of water. And I was there with beer. Is that wrong? Is that, because I figure, hey, if the barges stop coming, which they halted all barges for the weekend, and we run out of beer and stuff like that. I can get water from Eau Valley. There's a waterman down the road. All I need is a 5-gallon jug and I got water. But if they run out of beer, I'm in trouble. Right? I'm in trouble. I know all you guys out there thinking the same thing, because there was an old guy in line standing right behind me. He kept staring at my cart. He had 2 cases of water. I had 2 cases of beer. He kept looking at my card. He's like, I look at him and he's like, hey, that's the good kind of water. I go, yep, that's the good kind of water. And I know he went back after and got some more beer, because he was just staring at my card like, hey, shit, I should get beer too. That's my water of choice. In fact, the lady who was checking us out, she was on good humor too, trying to keep it optimistic. And she was even saying that, hey, all I need is cigarettes and beer, and I'm good for the week. So our dependencies, people, you all know what I'm talking about.
I can survive anything.
Just give me my beer. I can survive anything. Just give me my cigarettes and my beer. And some of you people out there, if you needed it, let me put it to you this way, okay? If you needed it for your family, then fine. But some of you, you're getting like, 12 cases of water, kind of being greedy. There was an old couple this old lady trying to load up some water on her cart. And I swear, people were just passing her and just grabbing water all around her. And she didn't even have a chance to grab water. So a young gentleman who was there watching this too, we kind of read each other's mind. We could feel it. And we're like, bro, let's help this lady. So I went from one side, he went from the other side. We blocked people out, and we both grabbed a case of water for her and put it on her cart, just trying to help her out. Because if not, people were just swiping them off the shelf, and she didn't even have a chance. So it's times like this, people, I know you get crazy, things are hectic. I felt the same pressure, but you got to be considerate as well. You can't be so greedy to the point where you're leaving other families without. That's just what I'm just trying to say. So, but then, granted, if let's say you live in KNI or Hana and you needed 18 cases of water, of course, yeah. That makes sense. But if you live in town, and you're just trying to grab all the water you can just in case, then, well, and that's just a small example of what I was just noticing, when people get frenzied or scared, you notice that some people get really greedy. They tend to get greedy. They want to hoard everything. And that's not good. I just figured I'd just put that out there. I know some of you probably witnessed that and you're thinking to yourself, brah, you better have a family of 20. Because you got a lot of water, man. And the funny thing is I saw this one guy, he was like pushing like about 6 cases of water in one cart, and he had his old lady, his woman, pushing the other 4 cases behind him, and she was struggling to make the turns, and he's like, come on, babe, let's go. Oh, man. But, being afraid puts out the crazy in everybody. Actually, there was like tourists at the airport. They're actually being kind of cool being stuck here. And of course, of any place you want to be stuck at is Hawaii. So, and then I noticed even on the news, they were interviewing people on Waikiki that was walking around and just trying to enjoy as much as they could before the storm hit. And they seemed very much at ease, like, hey, the people here, which is true, we're so full of aloha and we make them feel welcome, which is the good side of us, you know what I mean? And they felt safe here. And that's a good thing, to promote, that we are a safe place to be. We are a loving people. Just no mess with us, bruh, because if not, 2 slaps. You know what I'm saying? Right? That's what the aunties say. Hey, no mistaking my kindness for weakness, but I am kind. So there. Oh, that was one breath. Whew. I had that on my mind, you know what I'm saying? In fact, I had a lot of things on my mind. I was talking about the tourists and how they were stuck here, they didn't mind. I thought it was kind of crazy that, they were interviewing some tourists at the airport, especially like foreign tourists, Japanese, Germans, that had no clue. They didn't even know what was happening. They were wondering, oh, what was that sound? I was wondering why that sound was, So a lot of them didn't even know that, there was expected a hurricane, and they were at the airport getting ready to leave, not realizing that, hey, your flights are being canceled. And, by the way, if you want to get out of here by the time the hurricane hits for Delta, and this is what I heard, you'd have to pay $10,000 for a one-way trip. So unless you got $10,000, I guess you ain't going nowhere. And even with the 10 grand, who wants to try and fly in category 5 winds? I'm talking 160 mile an hour winds. Crazy. Yep. So, that hurricane, it was coming. KHON2 news was on coverage, on the mark. But I couldn't help but noticing, that red hurricane symbol they had while they were showing the news, the forecast, the weather forecast, how much it looked like a Safeway S. And, that was a part of me that every time when I watched that, I'm like, damn, I want to go to Safeway for some reason. And lo and behold, the only stores that was open during that time was Safeway. So, hey, props up to you, Safeway. Hey. Yeah. And, another thing, too, I don't feel so bad listening to the news, hearing their grammar, their vocabulary, their speech mistakes. So I don't feel so bad now because, hey, I'm a guy who graduated with a whopping 2.2 Maui High on my belt. That's a notch. Bam, baby. There you go. You know what I mean? So that was my education. That's my education level. And here you go, these guys from the news that went to school, learned how to broadcast, learned how to learn speech, learn English, vocabulary, grammar, and they were making mistakes that I make. And I not to take away from them because they were awesome. They were. But it's the pressure, I think. I think it's the pressure on just having to be on spot, just say the right things, do the right thing, that you end up making more mistakes than you'd want to. And so again, I said, props up to the KHON guys. They were awesome. And I don't want to bang on all their mistakes and all that, but I'm going to point out a couple. Like they kept saying the rains were, you know, I think, and I'm not, like I said, I'm from Maui High, 2.2. I think it was the rains was, if we're talking in past tense. I don't know. I don't know. Just saying. Someone, one of them said, and it's just a fumbling of letters and words. Not John just yet. This hurricane is not John just yet. So, you know, just hearing stuff like that. And one way that you know that a reporter is from Hawaii and has that local thing about them is when they start saying words like, oh, you guys, you know, so another thing, you guys, hey, you know, and just little slangs and words like that I kept picking up on because I listen to myself now a lot because I want to hear all the mistakes I'm making and then try and erase them. But I feel for them. I know how they feel now when they rewatch their broadcast and they're like, oh my God, I said not John just yet. Oh my gosh. Yes, this hurricane. What a stress. You know, the closest I can relate this stress, this high stress to being through this, a category 5 that we haven't had a high hurricane since like Iniki, you know, or Eva? Was that the other hurricane? Eva, right? That I've been through them, so I know how it's like to see your neighbor's roof fly off, to see people just running in the rain, the wind howling, your own house cracking and creaking, thinking that, oh my God, these windows are going to blow. My roof is going to fly off. Just the stress of that alone, the anticipation of this hurricane coming and just watching it on TV and seeing how close it was getting and seeing outside and looking at our beautiful neighbor islands like the Big Island, Hilo side, man, God bless you guys. Just the flooding and oh, it's just so high stress that, you know, the only thing I can compare it to is like being a coach for MMA fighters now. It's the feeling is like equivalent to being in the back with your fighter, wrapping his hands, getting him ready to go out into that cage and thinking to yourself, did I train him well enough? I hope I did my part enough so that he just does not get hurt. And just that stress of just, who cares if your fighter wins or loses? Just making sure that he does not get hurt. That stress alone, and all you coaches out there, you know what I'm talking about. It's equal to this stress. Just thinking to myself, my God, I hope my neighbor does not get hurt. And myself and my family too, but for some reason, more so my neighbor. And yeah, I mean, whew, man, this hurricane's bringing out some emotion. I'm an emotional guy. And some of you guys out there, you can relate. You know what I'm talking about. You know, something like this, and then it passes. The relief I'm feeling is just beyond gratitude. Thank God, thank the higher power, whoever you believe, Jah, Allah, you know, Keakua. It's just thank you to our ancestors. Thank you for just being there and taking us close enough to that feeling that we're worried enough to be concerned about not just ourselves, but our neighbors. And that's true community. To even our friends and family out from the mainland, expressing their concerns to us, you know, through social media and just that alone just makes my heart feel good inside. And, you know, so mahalo to everyone and in our community and around the world for all your concerns, you know. It's a really good feeling. It is. And I think that if you want to express godly type feeling, that is godly right there. It's that feeling of aloha from everybody. Speaking of which, aloha for the people in Lahaina, you guys, struggling from those fires out there, those son of a bitches, I swear. If it is arson and everyone's saying it is, 2 guys on motorcycles, catch those son of my bitches and whip them with water hoses. They deserve old school kind of whipping. Hell no. Hell no. You put people's lives in danger, people's houses. Oh, man. Irresponsible. And you know it's got to be arson, guys. It's not like some transformer blew up, lightning struck. No. And it's popping up in 3 different places. this is a planned thing. And that's how I feel. And if it is, catch those guys and whip their asses with water hoses, old school style. I don't know, Quinn, what you think, bro? I'm taking the stage here. I'm going off and he's just staring at me smiling.
Sounds good.
Sounds good. He says, sounds good. Hey, God bless you people out in Lahaina. Our prayers and our hearts go out to you guys. And if everyone, this is what I was talking about also with Facebook and social media. You really didn't get the true coverage of what was happening in Lahaina from the outside media because they were doing this whole hurricane stuff. But to the friends and family, especially of those from Lahaina, who was posting what was going on, keeping us informed. God bless you guys. If not, we wouldn't even know. And we're on the other side of the island. So, and to all the fire, like I said earlier, the county workers, fire department, Maui Police Department, thank you too. And we're so grateful for all of you guys. Oh man, you know, and like I was saying earlier, it's times like this that you know when God takes you that close. And then he just says, "Hey, you know, I'll tear it up. I'll give you this wind shear and tear it up for you guys. Just learn from it." And I believe that we are learning from it. And this gives us a chance to step back and realize that, hey, you know, it's time to heal, time to get out of our rat race for a little while. These past 2-3 days was actually, you know, and end up turning out to be very peaceful. Thank you, Lord, and higher power. Just for being there. And am I getting emotional again? Am I getting emotional? I think I am.
It says up to what was it saying? 7 homes were damaged.
7 homes was damaged in Lahaina. I know it got really close to Lahaina Luna.
30 acres.
A historic school. The Civic Center had to evacuate, and I believe that was the evacuation place. That you know, you guys out there playing with fire, thinking you guys is funny, and this is bullshit. Oh my gosh!
Man, that was one.
Yeah, what was that?
No, it says 30 acres.
30 acres.
300.
Oh, 300. You know, I know it took out a job
it's
site
all
too.
over.
It took out a base yard. Or maybe even several base yards, people's jobs, people's livelihoods. I tell you. And then the hurricane winds was blowing so hard that the helicopters could not drop water because the water was just getting blown out. So they just had to fight these fires the best they could, man. And I think rain did end up falling over there, and then eventually they got it 100% contained. But then, you know, do you see the shots from the air? The Lahaina side, the whole hillside, black, burnt. I mean, it looks really bad, especially from an aerial view. So, oh man. On a lighter part of the storm, we're still
Fires all over the place, like you said.
yeah. And no, you know what? Actually, let me go back to the dark side again. Those son of a bitches. Those arson guys isn't just planning on Maui. I think they planned statewide because fires was popping up on Oahu, on where else? Kauai, yeah, and the Big Island.
Like, I need to do some conspiracy.
I mean, I think so. I think so. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, people. If you do hear this and you want to comment about it, please do leave a comment. Let us know what you think. And if you're from Kauai or any of those other islands that I mentioned, yeah, mention that if you believe it's arson and planned. I just find it kind of strange how all fires happened during this period, and it's not like we don't have enough shit to worry about already. You dickheads. Anyway, you know what? One good thing about all this I was going to say is Kauai. God bless you guys. I don't think you guys got anything. And it's about time. It's about time, you know. God bless the people in Big Island, on the Big Island and Hilo, all those rains. And I think they're going through another rain ban that's coming up. But of all the islands that lucked out, Kauai, I'm so happy for you guys. Oh, that is truly, truly a blessing. And I mean, I'm not saying that you guys got out scot-free. I'm sure there was some damage that happened, probably. I'm not sure. But from what I heard and from what I saw so far, right, Quinn? Kauai was pretty much okay in this whole situation. And it's about damn time. It's about time. You guys gone through too much stuff already. You don't need this. You don't need this at all. And another lighter side, too, of the note, the memes coming out. You people, Guy Hagi catching cracks. Guy Hagi. Oh, you guys got some good ones, though. I even had to share one. The one where he shows him and it's like it shows the hurricane lane from a distance on the forecast map, and he's showing Hawaii and it's like this big cluster of red and orange mixed, and the meme says, and this is how it looks like when you mix ketchup and mustard. And any of you guys who know what he's talking about, I think it was funny. I'm talking Dairy Queen fries, you know what I'm saying? But there's other good ones out there just ripping on him. Good memes, but hey, Guy Hagi, props to you. Let me just tell you this. Whenever you're wrong, I am even more happy. I mean, and grateful towards you for being wrong, because I know the stuff that you are reporting is true and potentially could be life harming, life dangerous. And you're just doing what you got to do, man. And it's Mother Nature has the power to turn that hurricane away or not. And it's not in your hands in that case. But I still want to say thank you for always being there for us, brother. And I know the whole community thanks you too. And they're just putting these memes out there about you, I believe, because they care about you so much. But there are some good ones, like the Game of Thrones one, where he's wrapped up in the cloak. You saw that one?
No.
And the winds are blowing, and it shows him holding a sword. And he's like, and he's quoting that, the hurricane is coming. You fuck us. Oh, some funny ones. There's some other funny memes too that didn't even have Guy Hagi in it. Some funny ones, like the Jumanji one. What they said: earthquakes, fires, lavas, hurricane winds, rain. Who the fuck is playing Jumanji? Oh, I know. It's funny to a point. But it is still funny, and I just thought that those memes really did make it a lot lighter than it was, because it was hardcore, everyone. And all of you people out there who is in Hawaii and you know what I'm talking about, you're just nodding going, yeah, it was stressful. And like I said earlier as well, those people out there who have the attitude like, what? Hurricane lame, like they were expecting something worse. Are you stupid? I mean, what's wrong with you, man? Aren't you grateful for the fact that our wind shear, our number one thing that totally broke up that storm, was there to break up that storm? Are you upset at that? Are you upset that people didn't lose their homes enough? That not enough damage was done? Oh, well, I bought all this 12 cases of water for me and my wife, and that's it? Oh, yeah. I believe all you people out there that is making those stupid ass remarks is the same ones that was greedy enough to hoard all the freaking water and all the chips and dip. Nah, had plenty chips and dip. You know what I mean? All the rice. Huh? It's you very guys that's like, oh, that's it? That's all that had? Oh, I cannot handle those remarks, man. Keep your damn remarks to yourself. Or at least say, hey, I'm grateful for everyone's safety. I'm glad that this wasn't as bad as it was supposed to be. Because I posted a picture that they had from a satellite view of the hurricane, how it looked like from space. And I tell you what, you stupid guys out there making these remarks, that thing, if it would have hit us like how they were hoping it wouldn't, but it looked like it was, if that thing would have hit us without that wind shear, you would not be making those remarks right now. You would not. And you'd be the same guys that would be panicking in a time of crisis. Just saying. Bam! The mallet goes down. Boom! Bam!
Those guys got to you, huh?
Those guys got me, yeah. Because I'm so grateful that hurricane did not hit like how they thought it was. But you got people out there, which brings up issues. That is one of my issues, man. That is one of my many issues that I'm going to bring out right now. Because this whole podcast right now is supposed to be about issues. And we're coming up on 20 minutes, so I want to just make this right, 25 minutes. I want to hurry up and get this going with the issues, because if you didn't hear, real quick, the last podcast, episode 11 with DJ Blast, was almost 2 hours of fantastic musical education and funness, man, with DJ Blast. That was awesome. He took us on a ride. Hey, if you want to know what Chilltown was, he took us there on that podcast. He took us to Chilltown. It was awesome. So, episode 12, we got to continue with the last one, issues. We have issues, people, and that is one of my issues, you dummies out there who complain about the hurricane not being hard enough. You know what? You want a hard one? Huh? You really want a hard one? You want a hard one, buddy? Huh? Yeah. Quinn's shaking his head. Don't.
Here's a hard
one. Here. Here's a hard one. I want to give a good fist up his bum hole. Is that guy from Chicago, Mr. Aloha Poke. Mr. I want to trademark that name and then sue, you scrub. You deserve a fisting, if you ask me. If you see his picture though, he looked like he'd enjoy it. He looked like, oh no, I don't want to go there. Hey, it's okay for you to trademark or register the name, just in case someone might want to sue your sorry ass. You can protect yourself, because that's what I think it should be all about. But when you trademark or register the name and then go out and threaten other companies, especially local mom and pop companies that's been operating for years, and you have the audacity, the gall to come up over here and attack people, because that's what I take it as an attack. You're just a loser, man. You're just a loser. Now, you could have just trademarked it and just been safe and say, hey, I got this name, it's safe. If anybody wants to try and steal my particular name or infringe on my rights, then I'm just going to chill. That would have been fine. Us Hawaii people wouldn't have no problem. But then you had to try and cause a problem. And that's when I said, hey, don't mistake our kindness for weakness, because we're not a weak people. We like to smile, but you just don't mistake that for someone who's just going to allow you to do this type of shit. And besides, I heard your poke sucks anyway. Other companies try to do this kind of crap. Kona Coffee. I believe Kona Coffee did, right, Quinn?
I couldn't get a name on those guys.
You couldn't get a name on them? Was there anything about that? We want to clarify it though, but we did hear that Kona Coffee went through a similar thing. Some guy registered the name, trademarked it, and then threatened to sue the company unless they changed their name. And they've been operating as Kona Coffee for years, people. Years. And from what I heard, and no, I don't know now. Because Quinn can't find it right now. He's looking at me like, I don't know. He's kind of shrugging. But this is what I heard.
I found the Kumu.
Oh, okay, wait, hold on. From what I heard now, they had to buy the name back. And it was a mint. Let me put it to you that way, okay? It was a lot. So, you got some people out there that, they don't give a shit. They really don't give a shit. You got some people out there that have the cojones, the balls, although I'm talking about a woman, to try and register and trademark a halal's name, the hula's name, and then have the balls to approach the kumu hula and tell them I own the name now. Oh, that kind of stuff just takes me there. And if I think that lady was living here, she'd be one of the people commenting on how, oh, that's all. Hurricane lame. She'd be one of the people, guarantee. Her and Mr. Chicago Aloha Poke. Oh, what? That was all. Yeah, you know where you can stick that poke, buddy.
No,
Am I going too crazy with this one?
From Kalikopua o Kalaniakea. And that was
Say that again. Say that again. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Kalikopua o Kalaniakea.
Oh wow.
That was the name.
And she tried to own that name.
They won't give me the Japanese lady's name.
Was a Japanese lady.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I heard? Just like the Kona Coffee one was a Japanese person.
Yeah.
Wow. And here I am thinking of an Hawai'i guy from America, you know.
That was in Japan.
Wow, that is crazy. But there is one company from America that tried to do that. Disney. Yes, Disneyland. I know. But they do some crappy stuff. Although it's the land of the happy. They're actually the land of the crappy. Yeah, I believe that movie Coco, The Day of the Dead, they try to trademark that so that no one else could use that. And I think the Mexicans had a problem with that.
Well, they're saying they took the took the idea from the Book of Life.
The Book of Life, but wasn't that a movie too?
Yeah, it was a
Robert Rodriguez. Yeah, Robert Rodriguez and Del Toro. Didn't they make one? Is it Benicio del Toro or?
Yeah, I don't know.
The Book of Life. I know it. I think I saw that as a cartoon. I'm so bad, guys.
It's a newer cartoon.
Oh, okay. So apparently Disney took that from a book, a Book of Life, the Book of Life, right?
They stole that idea, but they were trying to trademark this or their Dia de los Muertos. I can't say it. That's what they were trying to trademark. But the whole thing that this community they're getting upset about because the guys who made the Book of Life, they were actually, you know, a lot of them were Mexican and they knew a lot more of the cultural details that went into you know what they were trying to portray.
And being Disney, they just cut all that out and just took the entertainment side.
They just are like, yeah, we got they were like, you know, 3 times the budget cap, you know, that they had, and I guess the director who actually made Book of Life, his idea got turned down from Pixar, and then they like copied it pretty much.
Oh, that is the ultimate Hollywood robbery.
Yeah, we don't like that idea.
Well, we don't like that idea, and then he leaves, and they're like, "Okay, take that idea, change it 30%. It's all ours, bitches." You sons of bitches.
Yeah, that's
wow, corporate bullying. Yeah, you know they do that a lot. They also take ideas that are good, and they shelf them. They buy it for, let's say, they say, okay, Quinn, this is a good movie. All right.
Wait till the guy die.
Yeah, and then they shelf it, tell you, oh, I'll buy this script from you for $5 million when we make it. You say, okay, shoot.
When we make it.
Yeah, that's the key. That's the key, and they don't end up making it, and the guy ends up with 0, and that idea is shelved. And when something happens, let's say the guy dies or something, then they're like, oh, lo and behold, remember this idea we had? Yeah. Nice. Tactics, people. I'm learning about these tactics slowly. I'm actually going through some stuff too, but we won't go there right now. We will go there in the future when we start making our TV shows and movies. But for now, we're talking about other issues. That was another one. The Disney one, yeah. And, you know, there's other people out there I got issues with, assuming that we are all not capable. You know, we are a capable people. We are specks on an island, you know, we are on an island, which is like specks in an ocean. If you look on the map, the world map, we're not that big. And for a big size Category 5 hurricane to come our way, that is something huge. And, you know, right on, people, for just hanging in there and just being capable. You know, we are a capable people, and we will always survive. We will always survive. And we got each other. And I think that's the main thing, you know. So that's breaking my issue thing down right there. You know, I'm starting to get soft again. Emotional. I'm a roller coaster ride. But yeah, you know, if anybody out there have any comments or anything to say about the issues we've just brought up or about the hurricane situation, by all means, you can contact us on any social media, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. Please view and press like and subscribe.
Yeah.
That's it, right, Quinn?
I'll get the Kona coffee, you guys, later. I couldn't find
Yeah,
them.
yeah. He was looking for the Kona coffee thing, and there's nothing on it right now. So, but I know that I heard that, and rumors in Hawaii is mostly true, right? No,
Sounds good.
no, sounds good, eh?
We'll get you.
We'll just leave it as that,
next
eh?
one.
We'll just leave it as that.
Episode 13.
But you didn't hear it from me. Anyway, this is Ed and Quinn coming to you loud from Maui. Shoots like that.